It's the question that has haunted the comment sections of nearly every major music forum over the last few years. Is Lucy Thomas actually human, or are we witnessing the most sophisticated vocal filter in the history of digital media? When you listen to her rendition of A Thousand Years, the immediate sensation isn't just one of beauty, but of a startling, almost clinical precision that doesn't seem to align with the flaws of natural human biology. In the world of investigative music reporting, this has been dubbed the uncanny valley of vocals. For years, skeptics have scrutinized every frame of her studio sessions, looking for a slip-up, a missed breath, a sharp note, or a technical glitch that would prove she's utilizing heavy digital enhancement. Rumors have circulated across social platforms claiming that her team employs a high-level vocal polishing technique that effectively removes the human element to create a product that is, quite literally, too good to be true. However, recent developments in late 2024 have turned this investigation on its head. As Lucy transitioned from the controlled environment of a recording booth to the unforgiving acoustics of a live West End stage, the world waited for the glitch to finally happen. But instead of an exposure of technical fraud, audiences were met with a live performance that mirrored the digital recordings with terrifying accuracy. This led to a new speculation, that we aren't seeing a machine pretending to be a human, but a human who has trained herself to perform with the reliability of a machine. This level of discipline has effectively exposed the limitations of modern pop stars who rely on heavy backing tracks, making Lucy a controversial figure simply by being technically superior. The debate isn't just about her voice anymore. It's about whether the public is even ready for this level of unedited perfection in a world used to digital lies. But before she was a polarizing digital sensation, she was just a teenager facing a public rejection that should have ended her story. While the world now knows her as a global phenomenon, the archives reveal a much darker starting point for the young vocalist, a moment of public heartbreak that many believe was a coordinated effort to suppress her rising star. In 2018, the United Kingdom was introduced to a 14-year-old Lucy Thomas on the stage of The Voice Kids. To the average viewer, she was the clear frontrunner, a prodigy who made complex musical theater pieces look like child's play. Yet, as the competition reached its climax, a shocking decision was made that still leaves fans in an uproar today. Despite her flawless execution, Lucy was eliminated in the semifinals, a move that sparked immediate allegations of the show being rigged or biased toward more marketable pop acts. It was a devastating blow that often leads young performers to walk away from the industry entirely. Many speculated that she didn't fit the mold that major labels were looking for at the time. She was too traditional, too theatrical, and perhaps too talented to be easily controlled. But this rejection served as a catalyst for what would become an unprecedented independent career. Instead of fading into obscurity, Lucy and her team began a strategic rebranding that bypassed the gatekeepers of mainstream television altogether. They realized that the power had shifted from TV executives to the viewers themselves. By taking her talent directly to YouTube, she began a digital campaign that would eventually make her more successful than the very people who voted her off the show. This era of her life is often cited by industry insiders as the moment the old guard of the music business lost their grip. She didn't need a trophy to prove her worth. She just needed a platform where her voice couldn't be edited out or silenced by a panel of judges. And yet, even as her numbers climbed, a new mystery began to emerge regarding the secret weapon she was keeping within her own family. The investigation into the Lucy Thomas phenomenon would be incomplete without looking at the shadow figure often seen standing right beside her, her younger sister, Martha. In the last 24 months, the Martha factor has become one of the most discussed elements of Lucy's career, leading to speculation that the two are part of a meticulously engineered vocal dynasty. When the sisters perform together, their harmonies aren't just synchronized. They are acoustically identical, creating a wall of sound that many critics find suspicious. How can two siblings possess a vocal blend that sounds like a single, multi-layered instrument? This has led to rumors that their father, a central figure in their management, has utilized a secret formula for vocal training that dates back to classical methods long forgotten by the modern industry. Some skeptics have gone as far as to suggest that their performances are vocal clones, a theory that gained traction as their duets began to outpace major Hollywood soundtracks in terms of engagement. The dynamic between the sisters has added a layer of mystery to the brand. They rarely give long-form interviews. They don't engage in the typical influencer drama, and they maintain a level of professional distance that is rare in the age of oversharing. This mysterious aura has only served to deepen the public's curiosity. Is this a case of genuine, once-in-a-century genetic luck, or is there a high-level strategy at play to create a royal family of YouTube music? Critics have pointed out that by keeping their personal lives private, they have managed to avoid the controversies that usually sink young stars. They have built a fortress around their talent, making the music the only thing the public can touch. But this distance has also made the exposed theories flourish, as fans try to fill the silence with their own theories about what really goes on behind the scenes of the Thomas household. If you want to understand the true power of this vocal powerhouse, you have to look at the data behind her cover of A Thousand Years, a video that has become a digital weapon in the fight for high-retention content. This specific track didn't just go viral, it became a staple for emotional tributes across the globe, often attached to stories of loss, longing, and extreme loyalty. However, the success of this video wasn't just accidental. It was the result of a perfectly timed release that capitalized on a shift in the YouTube algorithm. As viewers became tired of high-energy, chaotic content, Lucy's minimalist, emotionally raw style provided a reset for the audience's senses. But with this success came a new wave of controversy. Industry analysts began to notice that her version of the song was being used in ways that felt almost engineered for maximum emotional impact, leading to accusations that her team was utilizing emotional hacking to drive up watch time. There were even rumors that her recordings were being used in psychological studies to measure the human response to vocal perfection. Whether these speculations are true or not, the impact is undeniable. The video became a gateway drug for millions of new subscribers, many of whom were shocked to find that the girl in the video was an independent artist from a small town in England, not a product of a billion-dollar American studio. This David versus Goliath narrative helped propel her to the 1 million subscriber milestone, a feat that many signed artists struggle to achieve even with massive marketing budgets. But as her digital footprint grew, the pressure to prove herself in a live setting became a ticking time bomb. The internet was demanding to know if the girl in the video actually existed, or if she was a digital ghost created to sell records. What we are witnessing with the rise of Lucy Thomas isn't just the success of a single singer. It's the total exposure of a failing traditional music industry that can no longer compete with the transparency of the digital age. For decades, major labels held the keys to the kingdom, deciding who was marketable and who was too niche. But Lucy's career has effectively offed the old way of doing business. By ignoring the labels and focusing on a direct-to-consumer model, she has exposed the fact that audiences are starving for genuine technical skill over manufactured personality. This has led to reported conflicts behind the scenes, with rumors circulating that several major labels tried to buy out her contract, only to be rejected by her independent team. This refusal to play the game has made her a target for certain industry insiders who see her success as a threat to their business model. They've attempted to label her as old-fashioned or irrelevant to the modern pop landscape, yet her numbers tell a completely different story. She is outperforming mainstream artists in key demographics, proving that a classical approach can still dominate in a trap and mumble-dominated world. The controversy here isn't about a scandal or a crime. It's about the assault she has launched on the status quo of the music business. She is proving that you don't need a massive PR machine or a controversial public image to stay relevant. You just need to be undeniably better than everyone else. As she continues to release high-quality covers and original music, the industry is forced to ask itself, if a girl from Wigan can do this from her bedroom and a small local studio, what are we paying these millions of dollars for?